If you're trying to get your ex back, then there is a very high chance that you're doing something right now that's quietly destroying their respect for you. And the worst part is that most of these mistakes feel completely reasonable. Some of them even feel kind, mature, or emotionally honest. But in reality, they push your ex further away and they make attraction almost impossible to rebuild. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 subtle mistakes that people make after a breakup, including one that always feels like the right move, but actually kills your chances faster than chasing ever could. After a breakup, guilt often takes over. People start thinking, maybe this really was my fault, or I deserve this for how I've been acting. And because of that guilt, they let their ex dump all over them. They believe that if they absorb enough anger, enough blame and punishment, their ex will see that they're taking the high road, that they've changed. But it's actually the opposite. When you allow your ex to yell at you or shame you or constantly blame you for things, it makes you look weak. It makes you look like you lack confidence. And more importantly, it causes them to lose respect for you. And respect is one of the foundations of attraction. Without it, really nothing else works. And I'm actually going to come back to that later. But there's another problem here too, and that is that breakups are emotional. And if you allow it, your ex will start using you as their emotional outlet. You become the place where they unload negativity. And over time, they start to associate you with stress, with anger, and regret. And that is a cycle that you can rarely come back from. Now, of course, taking responsibility is important if you cheated or you seriously mistreated them. But there's a massive difference between accountability and becoming your ex's punching bag. If you let them disrespect you, over and over again, pretty soon they'll think that you don't deserve respect. So instead of taking it or fighting back, your best move is really often just to disengage. Change the subject, deflect, step away, because drama never rebuilds attraction. In a relationship, vulnerability creates connection. But after a breakup, it creates discomfort. So calling your ex and dumping your emotions on them, sadness, loneliness, anger, that doesn't bring you any closer. It makes you look unstable and emotionally unsafe. And this isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about finding the proper outlet. And that's never going to be your ex. Your ex is not your therapist. They're not your support system anymore. And just like you shouldn't let them dump on you, you can't dump on them either. Now, this also applies to social media. So posting sad song lyrics, cryptic messages, quotes about loyalty and fake people, whether you're venting or you're hoping your ex will take notice, it just screams desperation. But on the other hand, significant progress says the opposite. So tell them that the breakup has made you do a lot of thinking, that you're reevaluating things. This kind of talk makes you seem mature, like you're moving forward. And because you're not sharing every single thought you're having, you'll make your ex wonder what exactly is going on in your head. Are you leveling up? Are you moving on without them? And when your ex is thinking about you, they're wanting you. Being friends with your ex kills your chances because it reprograms your ex's brain. It changes how they see you. Instead of rebuilding romantic tension, you're training their brain to see you as a safe, familiar, and non-sexual friend. And once that shift happens, trying to turn things romantic again feels confusing, even manipulative to them. And that's when you get accused of, changing the rules or lying about your intentions. Don't make the same mistake that so many people have. Friendship after a breakup isn't just neutral. It's not a good way to keep them close while you work on, making your next move. It actively works against attraction and it drives them away from you. If you're already friends with your ex or you just want to know more, please check out my video on this topic. I'll put a link in the description below and in the pop-up and here in the corner. Attraction depends on anticipation, and anticipation requires space. You can't make your ex miss you if you're always available, physically or emotionally. If you go 2 weeks without talking, but the moment they text you, you show up at their house ready to talk, well, you really haven't effectively created distance. You've only proven that you're still obsessed with them. Think about food delivery apps. When they first launched, people were so excited about the chance to order food using an app. And now people complain if it takes 30 minutes to arrive. This isn't just about taking things for granted, really. It's more about access. If you want your ex to value your time, your attention, and your presence, you really need boundaries. Don't cancel plans for them. Don't let them hit you up at the last minute. Make concrete plans in advance. Don't bend over backwards to meet on your ex's terms. After a breakup, people often try to earn affection through usefulness. Giving rides, running errands, pet sitting, helping around the house. But when you give more than you receive, your ex doesn't feel grateful as much as they feel powerful. And that power imbalance destroys attraction. Respect disappears when they know that you're doing things for them that they wouldn't do for you. Now, there is actually one exception to this rule, just one, and it depends on why your relationship ended. But I'll explain that in just a minute. Nothing is less attractive in the human mind than a sure thing. We believe that we want convenience, ease of access. But when we're given everything too easily, it actually loses value and our mind turns to things that are more exciting because they feel out of reach. That's how hope poisons the relationship. If your ex knows they can have you whenever they want, their mind stops focusing on desire and starts focusing on flaws. It all starts to feel more real, like it's really happening. And so they get scared. Their mind turns to the problems, the possibility of failure, all the less than ideal things that you represent. And that's why uncertainty is the secret ingredient. When your ex isn't sure whether you want them back, when they sense that you might be moving on, they fear losing you instead of fearing the relationship. And fear of loss really pulls them towards you. They stop analyzing the past and start trying to secure the future. And that's really the balance that you want. Enough warmth to stay connected, but never so much certainty that they stop trying. Now, earlier I mentioned that there is an exception to the no favors rule. If your ex consistently complained that you were selfish, unavailable, or emotionally absent, and that was a major driver of the breakup, then some selective, intentional generosity can signal change. But this really only applies if that was truly what came between the two of you. So make sure this applies because guessing wrong here can definitely backfire on you. Now, if you're wondering if you fall into this category, well, the best thing you can do right now is go to breakupbrad.com/plan and use my custom plan tool. Just answer a handful of simple questions about your breakup, and my algorithm will generate a free step-by-step plan to help you win them back quickly. If you want a second chance, you can't keep making the same mistakes. So go to breakupbrad.com/plan to learn more and to try it out for free. Now, before we wrap this up, you might have noticed something about this list. Taking your ex's abuse, showing vulnerability, being their friend, giving them access, hope. Every one of these mistakes does the same thing. They give your ex power and take it away from you. If you can fix that dynamic, attraction finally has room to rebuild. So avoid these 6 behaviors we just talked about, and you dramatically increase your chances with your ex. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing and leaving your questions and feedback in the comments below. You guys are awesome, and I will see you again in the next video.